What's up, everybody? I'm Sly the Movie Guy, and here's my best films of 2020. And Happy New Year's to everyone out there. Yes, I know 2020 was just not a hot year at all. It was a mess. I mean, the pandemic, COVID-19, to movie theaters closing and stuff. You had to watch more movies at home, stuff like that. It was just not a pretty year at all. I mean, especially for us film fans, we had to stay home more often, couldn't go to the movie theaters as much as we used to. It was just crazy. Movies getting postponed. The ones we were anticipating for got moved to this year. It was just crazy. And there were some films I was really looking forward to in 2020, but now coming out this year. So hopefully they come out this year and they don't get pushed going, getting postponed and stuff. So hopefully that don't happen. Fingers crossed. But anyways, there were some good films that did come out in 2020 and stuff. So there were some films that I did watch that I was like, wow, that was really good and stuff. So I really would love to just let y'all know what are my favorite films of 2020. And before I get to my top 10, let me get to the honorable mentions. These films were absolutely spectacular. They were really good. I can see myself rewatching these films over and over again. Even though they didn't make it my top 10, I still love these films. I think were well made, well directed, well acted, or voice acting in animation films. I think they're really good, and they are The Way Back, Onward, Attraction, Bill and Ted Face the Music, The King of Staten Island, Sonic the Hedgehog, The Gentleman. Those films were absolutely amazing on so many levels. I think they were very well directed, like I said, acted. Everything about those films were really good, and I highly recommend you checking those films out if you haven't seen them yet. And now we're into my top 10 films. These are the films that I had a great time watching, gave me the best experience in the movie theaters or at home. Really enjoy these films, despite how 2020 has been. But these films absolutely hit me right here. On an emotional level, someone was really good with story, the directing, everything. And with all that's being said, let's just get started. Bad Boys for Life. Wow, this film surprised me big time, man. I mean, I didn't expect this film to be that good. I mean, it took 17 years to get this film and then come out the month of January. So I was like, I don't know. I left out the movie theater, really surprised, man. All the action scenes were really good. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith chemistry is still on point, man. The directors that was involved with this film, they did a fantastic job. I can't wait to see what they do with the new Beverly Hills Cop film. They did a fantastic job. Everybody that was involved with this movie did a phenomenal job, man. Oh, I loved everything about this movie. This movie put you on the edge of your seat. You thought somebody was going to die. It was just everything. This movie just delivers as an action movie, man. And it's one of my favorite action movies of 2020, man. Oh, I loved every second about this movie, man. It was just so good, man. Oh, everything. The comedy in this movie was good. Everything, man. I highly recommend you checking this film out if you haven't seen it yet. And if you're a Bad Boys fan, please check this film out. It's worth the watch on DVD. Please check this film out. Tenet. I know there's some people out there that didn't really enjoy this film. I'm very aware of that. And I'm going to say, that is this the best Nolan film? No. But hey, this is one of my favorite Nolan films of 2020, man. Oh, I love this film, man. It was just so good, man. My experience going back to the movie theater during the pandemic when movie theaters will open up, the inverted action scenes were just so mind-blowing good, man. Oh, I loved every second of it, man. It just it's something like a brand new Nolan film. Each Nolan film, I think, is like a brand new idea, brand new story and stuff. And this one was just like a breath of fresh air, something I never seen in a movie before. And Nolan did a spectacular job of giving us something new, man. Oh, it just looked so good on screen, clean and crisp. Oh man, I loved every second of it. The story is the one I had to figure out the more I watch it. And I watched it on DVD the second time to get familiar with the story. And I figured things out, connected the dots, and it worked for me, man. Oh, the first time when I watched it, it was just like, I don't know, put the pieces together. I got a little bit of move there, but as my second viewing, I definitely like got it, man. Oh, it was just so good. John David Washington, spectacular. Robert Pattinson, to Michael Caine, to Kenneth Branagh, everybody involved with this film. This film was just a blast, man. I loved it, man. Oh, if you haven't seen Tenet yet, check this out. And if you're a Christopher Nolan fan, I definitely recommend you watching this film if you haven't seen it yet, man. Oh, it was just that good, man. I loved it. Man, just check this film out. The Possessor. Wow, this film surprised me on so many levels. As a horror fan, I definitely love this movie. This was one of the best movie experience I had in recent years with a horror film. Oh, this film, everything was so good about it. You can check out my review. I loved everything. The violence that was involved with the film. Oh man, it was just so good, man. And people getting controlled. Brandon Cronenberg did a fantastic job directing this film. The son of David Cronenberg, the guy that directed The Fly, his son is just that good, man. Oh man, I haven't seen his antiviral film yet, but man, The Possessor is just one of the best films I've seen him direct, man. Oh, it was just so good. Everything about it, man. Oh, Brandon Cronenberg is just like his father, man. Hey, I can't wait to see what this guy do with his next project when it comes to horror films. I'm pretty sure he's going to knock that one out the park. This one was just so good. And if you love horror films, please check this out. Put it on your watch list, definitely. Run. Wow, this film was just that good. This is probably one of my favorite mystery thriller films I've seen in recent years. Oh my goodness, the guy that directed Searching, Anisha Ganti, did a fantastic job with this film, man. Oh man, the performance, Sarah Paulson as the scary mom and stuff, and Kara Allen as the person that's trying to figure out what her mom is doing. Their performance was just good, man. Oh man, this is like one of the best performances I've seen in recent years with our two main leads. This movie kept you on the edge of your seat. You didn't know what was going to happen. It kept you guessing. You kept trying to figure out like what this and that and stuff you're trying to figure out. It works on so many levels. And Anisha Ganti, hey, he next up with Alfred Hitchcock, man. Oh man, the suspense level was just so good in this movie. This movie, the suspense level is just, I don't know how he pulled it off. He did it with Searching, and now this movie, it just works on so many levels, man. This is one of the best experiences I had when I watched it at home. It was just so good, man. Oh, I loved every second of it, man. Oh, it was so good. If you have Hulu, please check this film out. It is worth the watch, definitely. There's nothing I can say much about this film. Check out my review and watch the film. You get what I'm saying? It is just that good, man. And I'm just going to leave it as that. Sound of Metal is a fantastic film. Wow, this film had me tear up about a drummer that's suffering hearing loss. Just hits me right here, man. Oh, this film, I did get a chance to review it last year because I was busy. But man, it was just, the story was just so good from beginning to end, man. Oh, I just felt for this character. I cared about him and stuff, what he was dealing with. It was just so good. And it works on so many levels because of Riz Ahmed's performance. Wow, this is so Oscar worthy. His performance was just so good in this film. It felt so realistic of a person suffering hearing loss. It was just so good, man. Oh, each scene alone was just, I loved it. And thinking about it, it just almost bringing me to tears, man. Oh, the acting performance in this movie was good on so many levels, man. Oh, the woman he loved in this movie, Olivia Cooke, she was good. Everybody, man. This was, it was so good, man. Each scene was just so investing to watch, man. I just loved every second about this film, and I highly recommend you checking this film out if you haven't seen it yet, man. Just check this film out. It was just that good. Well, we're in the top 5, and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is a freaking phenomenal film. Wow. This film was so good, man. Oh, the set designs, the directing, the acting, everything about this movie is good. Viola Davis is freaking awesome in this film, man. Oh, her as Ma Rainey, the blues singer, she was just so electrifying here, man. Oh, her performance was just up to here. This is one of the best performances I've seen in 2020, man. Oh, her as Ma Rainey, she was just so terrifying. I mean, you see, if you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It's like how she talks to characters and stuff. You didn't know was she gonna about to snap somebody's neck in the film. She was that good, man. Oh, great performance by her and Chadwick Boseman. One of the best performances I've seen out of him. I mean, this passed away last year, man. Oh man, this hurt me. I mean, on so many levels, his performance was that good, and this is the last film we're gonna see him in, and I loved his performance here, man. Oh my God, this is one of the most talented actors in Hollywood. Black Panther, Jackie Robinson, James Brown, the list goes on. This guy was just this was a damn good actor. Period. Point blank. This guy can just like the voices he does in different films. This was an actor. Period. And this one hurt me so much. I'm like, this is the last film I'm gonna see him in, and his performance is the best. Oh man, it was just so good. With the story of him and stuff like that throughout the film, we get to know his character and other characters in the film. It was just so good. Everybody did good in this film, and I highly recommend you checking this film out if you haven't seen it yet. The Trial of the Chicago 7 is absolutely freaking fantastic, man. Oh, I love this film. Whew, this film was just so good, man. I don't even know where to begin. The directing, the writing, the acting in this movie is absolutely amazing, man. Oh, Aaron Sorkin delivered once again based on a real life event of a story. He just really knocks this one out of the park. Molly's Game in this film, I can't wait to see him do another film like that in the future because he delivered, man. Oh, I can't believe how he pulled this one off. I mean, set in 1969, the trial and all that stuff. It was just so good. Sacha Baron Cohen's performance is absolutely freaking amazing. Everybody did good, but Sacha Baron Cohen just steals the show, man. Oh, his performance was just, whoo! I just couldn't get enough of it. It was just so good. This whole movie is great, man. Oh, I can see myself watching this over and over again. If you haven't seen this film yet, I highly recommend you checking this film out. If you love court films and stuff like that, this is your film. I guarantee it, you'll love this film to death. The Invisible Man, another horror film on this list. Hey, I love horror films. If I see a good horror film, it's definitely gonna make my list. And The Invisible Man absolutely delivered. And this came out in February before the pandemic kind of got all crazy. And I remember seeing the trailers, all like, okay, this might look good. I'm gonna check this out because Elizabeth Moss. And this film delivered, man. Oh man, the suspense level and the way it was done, it was just so unique, man. Oh, I loved everything about it. I didn't know what was gonna happen and stuff. This guy was invisible. Elizabeth Moss is kind of like the character that's telling people that this person is there and nobody don't believe her. Her performance was just, oh, what can I say? She's one of the best actors in Hollywood, man. And her acting performance alone is so good. Oh man, her performance is the best one of 2020, man. Her performance was just that good. I loved every second of this movie, man. Everything, it works on so many levels. And Leigh Whannell did a fantastic job directing this film. And this is the guy that directed Upgrade, and he just delivered in this film, man. Oh man, I can't wait to see what he do with horror films too. He's just that good. Just like Brandon Cronenberg, like I mentioned earlier in this list, he's just that good of directing like these horror films, man. And I can't wait to see what he do next, man. This film is just good. If you love good horror films and stuff like that, check this film out. This is worth the watch. Yes, Soul is my second favorite film of 2020. Oh, I love this film. The story, the voice acting, the directing in this movie is so phenomenal. I loved every second about this film. I love good animation films, and this film delivered on so many levels. This was so good. The message is great in this film. The storyline alone is just so gravitating. I mean, showing what's the purpose of life, what you're living it for and stuff, and what you have a passion for. So it would just it will hit you on an emotional level the way this film executes that, and it was just so good, man. The voice acting alone is fantastic. Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey did a fantastic job voicing Joe Gardner in 22. This film, I can see myself watching this over and over again. So delivered everything, man. I mean, this was just a good animation film. I mean, this is a film that will literally like hits adults on the emotional level and stuff than like kids and stuff. This is for adults and kids, but on an adult level, man, this film will hit you, man. And I'm an adult and I love this film, man. It just was so good. The animation, everything about it. This is a film worth the watch. If families and friends, please watch this film. I recommend you to. This is a film that will hit you right here on the chest. You will love it. I guarantee it. This film is that good. And that's all I got to say. Check it out, please. The Five Bloods is definitely my #1 favorite film of 2020. Woo! I love this film. Oh man, this film delivered on so many levels. On the directing, the writing, the acting, everything, man. Oh, this film, I watched this film like 3 times. After the first viewing, I watched it even more, and it was just good upon rewatch, man. Oh, I loved every second about it. Hits me right here. You really care for the characters, our 4 veteran warriors. This film just was so good, man. Oh, Spike Lee did a fantastic job directing this film. Absolutely one of my favorite of his. I mean, right up there with Do the Right Thing, Malcolm X, all his films, man. He is just so underrated, man. This guy don't get talked about so much as a director, man. I mean, with the Spielbergs and Martin Scorsese, he is just that good of a director, man. And I just love this film, man. It worked on so many levels. I mean, from beginning, middle to end, I was just so invested with our main characters in the film, man. Oh, what their motivation is and stuff. It was just so powerful. Each performance was so powerful, especially from Delroy Lindo. Oh man, his performance, him as a character that's suffering PTSD, it was just, oh my goodness, his performance. What can I say about it, man? It was just so powerful. This is Oscar worthy at its best, man. I mean, his performance needs to be recognized. If it don't, man, oh, it's gonna really upset me, man. His performance was just good. It measures up with all the other performances that happened in other movies. It measures up to that, up to here, man. It was just about each scene. I just felt it just felt so realistic. And the acting scenes with him and Chadwick Boseman, oh man, it was just so good. Like I said before, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. This actor was just so talented that I already said. It just passed away too soon. Him and Delroy Lindo, the acting scenes with them too, it was just so good, man. Oh, one particular scene just dang on it got me emotional, man. It just hit me right here, and it was just so good. Chadwick Boseman did a fantastic job in this film, man. The Five Bloods and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was just Chadwick Boseman giving out one of his best performances, man, in his last 2 films, man. He was just that good. Oh man, missed the guy. The acting scenes alone were just really, really good, man. With Delroy Lindo and everybody else in this film, man. It was so good, man. Oh man, the story was just the way how Spike Lee just added the stuff in the movie, the footages of the war and stuff, and the stuff from like and the stuff that's happening now and stuff in the past, how he incorporated the different footages that some of it was just like unsettling. It worked in this film, man. Oh, Spike Lee, this is just a well made film on so many levels. This just worked, man. Then incorporating Marvin Gaye songs in the movie through different scenes, it worked. And Spike Lee always do well when he incorporates songs in his movies like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, and I'm a big fan of Marvin Gaye, definitely. And him adding the music in there, oh my goodness, one of the songs I love, Mother, Mother, Father, Father. I love that song. It worked in this movie. I loved it, man. Oh, it was. There's so much I can say about this movie. You can check out my review. This film is so good, and that's why it's my #1 favorite film, and it's the only film I gave an A+ this year, the only film that got an A+ this year, and that's saying something, because I was watching every film, and no film could get an A+ but this one, because this film just hit me here, man. I loved it. Oh, so good. I highly recommend you checking this film out if you haven't seen it yet. And that's why it's my #1 favorite film of 2020. And that's all I got to say. Like I said in the beginning of this video, let me know in the comment section down below. What is your favorite film of 2020? What is your best film? All that stuff in the comment section. Your top 5, top 10, 15, 20. Let me know all that in the comment section down below. I know 2020, we didn't get a lot of release, but let me know what is your favorite film of 2020. We had some films that were good, but the ones that got to 2021 that got postponed to come out this year, hopefully we get the chance to see them. But the ones that we wanted to see last year didn't happen. But like I said, let me know what your favorite films of 2020. And that's pretty much it. And as always, if you like this video, click thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe and the bell button for more future content. That's why I can see you next time on Sly the Movie Guy. Peace.